There you have it, guys. Look at that. Today we're gonna make some queso frito. Make sure you get this queso de Frier tropical. Basically, a fresh white cheese for frying. Cinnamon, guava, cornstarch. Let's get to cooking. Alrighty. This is out of Perth Amboy, New Jersey, this place here. It almost smells like mozzarella cheese, but I don't think it is mozzarella cheese. This here is a lot. I mean, but I have to cook it. You cook it in, just dice them up like this, guys. I'm gonna make some dices. This makes a great appetizer, a snack. I know cheese is all part of carnivore. You're throwing a party. I know the Puerto Ricans make this. I'm sure other cultures make this as well. But I just always known it being in Puerto Rico. It's made its way to the United States, Puerto Rican restaurants. You gotta be careful because sometimes these people buy this stuff frozen, and they try to say it's authentic. But that's what you're looking at for block cheeses right there. They sell them in different sizes. Just all depends. But like I said, this is a good party pack here. But we'll be munching on this all day. All right, let me get this cut. And it's really not a lot of steps to it. What I want to do is get this, I want to say about a 4. You're not getting the oil. You can use any oil, but I'm using olive oil. But you're basically trying to get the oil warm where it'll crisp but not boiling. So we'll get the bottom of that. You could do this in a pot or a pan, it doesn't matter. See, that's enough oil. That's not a lot of oil there. It's just enough to set the cheese on there. And you're just frying it and turning it. So let that get warm up while we prep the rest of it. Another thing I want to do is get this started here. This is the guava paste in a small pan. I bought these in chunks already. Looks like they got some kind of sugarish on it. And you just put a couple in here, just like that. And we're gonna get this melted. And then I'm gonna add some cinnamon and water to it for flavor. Alrighty, let's get there with water. And here again, this is gonna be on simmer. Some people put rum in there. It's up to you, however you want to make your sauce. I'm gonna put cinnamon in here. Give it that cinnamony flavor. And that should be good enough. All right, so I'm gonna let that simmer and melt, stir it up. I do have some more chunks left over if I need any. But this is the one that I use. You can use any kind of guava paste. I just noticed this one here, I didn't want to buy a big paste and just waste it and stuff. This is getting warmed up. Now let's get this cheese. Alrighty. You can use anything. I'm using cornstarch. I love the way cornstarch just tastes when it fries a little bit. You don't have to use anything. You can fry them like this until I'll keep a couple pieces out just to show you. Ooh, shoot, my bad. Put some cornstarch in there. And basically, you know, you're just trying to get the powder on them like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all in here without making a mess and shaking it up. And again, I'm going to leave 3 pieces out there. So let me get this shooken up here. Voila. There you have them. All powdered up. All right, just make sure you get your thongs. And then that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think it's there. Bring it up just a little bit more. This cheese will not melt. That's why you have to make sure you get that name brand cheese in there. These are the 4 I'm going to do without. Now, I'm not saying they won't melt if you decide I want to leave them alone, but they will not melt. And all you're doing again is you're just browning them. And just make sure you leave yourself enough room to flip them. And while that's doing that, I want to make sure, ow, that's too high. Alright, just got to get this to melt. Come on, Guava, you better melt. Don't make me look bad. Yep. Oil. I'm telling you, I should have did these in a pot. Dude, I think if you do it in a pot, it's deeper and they don't spit and spatter like these are doing. Maybe I will change this and put this in a pot after I do this first round here, because it's just spinning all over the place and that's not cool. That is not cool. Alrighty. See how they get like that, guys? And then that's when you flip it over to the side. Seems like they get a little bit of puffy. See how they're getting puffy? That's how you want them. And get them over to the side. Can you find me the small thong? Thong. And you can see the difference. That's the one without the powder on it.
This one?
And just make sure, you know, you can get them as fried as you want to, darker or lighter. That's just up to you. That's what you're going to be basically doing with all of those there. Just each side gets a little fried. Yeah, because I have it on low, they're going to cook real slow, so. They didn't want it on too high because they were starting to spit up. And this here is starting to melt. And that's going to be your dipping sauce. Come on, Guava. Like I said, some people put alcohol in that, so. I think when we made the barbecue sauce, we put alcohol in it. I just turned it up just a little bit. If it still spits, I'm going to put this in a pot when I finish this. But I just wanted to get you just to see basically how you do them. There goes the thing. You don't have to add cinnamon in there if you don't want to. I think what it is that there might have been water. No, it's still, she's a spitter. See, without the thing on the bottom. If this was a little bit more hotter, I'd definitely get some good faster cooking out of these, but I'm definitely going to put these on the in a pot. See? And like I said, you want to make sure all sides are cooked. Now, if you want to, you can. I wouldn't trust it into sinking into a pot of oil, but that's up to you. But you don't need that much oil. All right, we're gonna let that cook. All right, you could see the difference between the ones I did not use the corn thing, are a little bit darker, versus the ones that I did use, and they look like they're taking a little bit longer to cook, only because, again, you have that corn flour on it. And you can make it as dark as you want. I mean, this you can eat like this if you want to. You can feel the cheese is nice and soft and everything. But I just want to make sure I get all sides going. That guava is coming in good. I know BB says these are Godzilla size cheese. There we go. Come on, Paula. There we go. Don't want to burn this up, so that's why. Ooh, I'm putting it on number 8. Try not to burn that. This you gotta let simmer. Like I said, it's all about being patient, guys. Trying something new out. Oh, this is coming good. All right, stop spitting, dude. Come on down. She's a spitter. She's not a swallower, she's a spitter now, but see, there you go. That's good. That's all good there. But it's a real simple, can be messy because of the friggin' oil. But I think maybe putting it in a pot would have been better. I do have this on number 4. Do have a lot, so I might have to add a little bit more oil to it. But that's fine. Like I said, the main thing is getting this fried up. That guava is ready. That is ready, guys. Look at that. If you don't like it that thick, you can add just a little bit more water to it. But she's ready. Look at that. Yeah, I just didn't notice the only reason I'm making that much the cheese is because of it'll be expiring soon. I noticed that. But it said best sell by. But get into cooking, guys. I mean, you got to. Alrighty, I'll put you over here, you little pooper. But get into it. I mean, enjoy it. Have fun with it. Like I said, you'd be a hit at the parties. You make this, you'll be a hit at the parties. See? See, these are cooking better because the oil now. And again, they don't have to be that dark. You're just basically frying them just to get a... That's where you get a little bit of flavor on it. See, that's all right. If you like it like that, that's fine. But I am gonna have to add a little bit more oil to it. But like I said, guys, get yourself motivated. You're sitting down on the couch. Get on off that couch, man. This just takes a few minutes of your life. You'll be a hit at the party. If you got kids, the kids will love you. You, like I said, you know, you'll be the talk of the town. You could probably sell these cheese things for 50 cents a piece. Or $1. Who knows? Look at all them pieces I got. I spent $11.99. Spent 1, 2, 3. What I got? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6, 27. 27 times 50 cents, or $1 a piece, or 2 for $1. You'd make your $11.99 back. Now, if I had this in a pot, I can go a little bit higher because I'm not scared of it spitting up that high. But because of this pan, I don't want grease all over the place. If you had a fryer, an air fryer, you can literally just put that in the air fryer, dump it real quick for like either a couple of seconds, depending how hot your I'm sorry, not air fryer, your you know, like what you put with the onions and you dip it in oil. That thing there, you can do that. And like I said, I mean, that would be cooked real quick within a minute. You could cook them all instead of flipping each one over. But this is how they used to do it back in the old days. You know, back when abuela or bisabuela, great grandma and grandma and great grandma used to cook it. Just like this, man. Deep fryer. I think that's what they are, deep fryers. But yeah, you could put them in a deep fryer and just real quick. Don't, you know. We used to have a deep fryer, but we got rid of it. A lot of oil being wasted, and then just trying to, I mean, of course, always trying to stay away from oils and stuff. But deep frying was a mess. That's what that's what really it came down to. It was just a big old mess when we deep fried. I just hate the oil getting on, I hate when the oil splashes, gets on the walls and the refrigerators. It's a pain in the butt to get out, but and you could see how they're getting real soft, nice and soft and stuff, just like in the restaurants. And it's hard to cook for BB because she's getting picky now. She's trying to stay away more from certain types of foods like cheeses, hot dogs. She's hot dog out. I don't blame her. You know, sometimes you eat a food so much, and me, other than the McDonald's 99-cent, sausages, sandwiches that I got tired of eating. It's hard for me to get tired when I worked in the pizza place. I never get tired of eating pizza. And I know like cheese is part of a carnivore diet. I like the little bit of crispiness in them. That's why I'm letting mine cook a little bit. Right now I'm on 4, still 4.1 on the stove here. But I appreciate everyone showing up, watching these videos. Get yourself motivated. You know, if you want mayo ketchup, you can use mayo ketchup. Make sure you put a napkin there, just like the bacon, to catch all the grease. Again, these 4 dark ones, you can tell those are the ones without. So if you don't like cornstarch or baking powder, you're fine. You can make it just like that. I just feel like, again, the cornstarch brings a flavor to it than just the cheese like that, because again, in the restaurants, that's how they sell it. And just make sure you get all the sides on the cheese with the cornstarch and stuff. So I know it can be messy. But in the end, I promise you, you will not regret it. Everyone's gonna be like, invite that person. You got a septic tank, don't ever let none of this stuff or oil go down your sink. I don't care if you water it down. That is the enemy to the septic tank. Alrighty. Oop, I think I blocked you. Alright, let me move this back here, guys, a little bit. I gotta get my spoon because I'm gonna put the sauce, my guava sauce, into my little thing here. And this is what puts it over the edge. This guava sauce with and again, I've used this guava sauce for making ribs. If you've seen in other videos. I can't remember what else. That's a deep fryer, right, babe? That we used to have?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like I said, if you got a deep fryer, this is perfect for you to make instantly. But look at them, looking good. There you have it, guys. Look at that. Throw a little Puerto Rican flag on, let them know you rep it. That took over the mountain. I'm gonna let this cool down now. That's a presentation right there. Look at it. How's that? That's a perfect presentation. I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit, and then we'll give a little taste test. Alrighty. No other video today because we're having leftovers from the thing, and we're just gonna add some stovetop. There's BB. You could find the smallest one if you want to. If you don't want to eat the big cheese.
It's good, but I don't like the guava.
It's alright. Too sweet, the guava, or? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one without.
Yeah, way too sweet. Even with the cinnamon.
Well, I think
Smells good, but
difference without, it's crunchier. I don't want to chew too much because people are saying that they're listening to my chewing. And it sounds like a horse or something slapping their mouth. I don't want to offend nobody, but
I like it just like this.
That's with the corn.
Or the one that I make for like the plantains.
Again, that guava that I bought, those cubes, they had sugar on it. That could have been it too. Why it's too sweet for you, and then the cinnamon.
No, eating it just plain, it tastes good.
Oh yeah, eating it plain does taste good. You can have it with mayo ketchup if you want to.
Yeah, doing the mayo ketchup with the fresh garlic, and that would be better.
I'm just saying that the guava cubes that I bought, because I didn't want to buy the big bar.
Oh yeah.
That one had sugar on it, so that's why it's sweet. But the normal guava paste doesn't have sugar on it. It's just the guava would have been with the cinnamon. I mean,
right.
but I mean
that is super sweet.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it is what it is. But
you'll eat it.
But she must. That's without. See how that tastes. That's without the powder.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
I think it tastes more richer without the powder.
I like it with it.
You like it with it? Yeah. That corn flour does something. Like I said,
this is good.
Right.
But I feel with this, it's more drier than with the cornstarch on it.
Yeah, the cornstarch, you get that flavor on it. And again, you don't have to use cornstarch. You can use the baking, like if you're the baking powder, whatever it's called.
What, baking soda?
Is that what it is that you make dough with, or?
Baking soda.
Yeah, flour. You can use the flour.
Yeah.
You can use whatever you want on it. I just think the corn tastes a lot better.
The cornstarch, yeah.
Yeah, gives it a good flavor. So, queso frito, fried cheese. Remember, I almost thought it smelled like mozzarella, but it's not mozzarella. It's just a white cheese that you can fry. It's a cheese that can be fried. And again, I think if you put it in a deep fryer, and I think that's how the restaurants do it. They dump it in a deep fryer real quick for a couple seconds, and then they pull it up.
Yeah.
And you get that even round. Here, it's square, but it's some areas are lopsided than others, like this. Where in the restaurants they're perfect square. That's what makes me think they dip it in real quick, and then they pull it out after a couple seconds.
Probably.
And that's how they get the perfect thing there. But something good to try out.
You did it in a frying pan. You didn't just drop it and pull it out.
Right. I didn't want to use that much oil just to dip those in there.
Right.
It's easier just to fry each side. Once you get the oil, and I think it's better to do it in a pot because it doesn't spit out as much.
Yeah, don't splatter as bad.
Right, but I think, like I said, once you get the oil to the right temperature, then it starts cooking. And it's about patience. You got to be patient with it. That's all.
Well, yeah.
With everything. So
Right.
definitely let us know if you tried this. Another cooking idea for you guys.
Yeah, that guava would have taken, because I've had the guava.
I think what I'm going to
sauce
look for is
before.
they have the guava paste in a tube and just get it already.
And I've never had it.
Or it's already jellied.
And even in PR, I never had it that sweet.
Yeah, because even in the restaurants, you dip it in the guava thing.
Yeah.
It's just that, this one here had the sugar on it.
I'll tell you, what, that'll send you
Over the moon. Queso frito.